Alright, and we are back again with a +1. So, let's give that recap one more try, shall we?
Okay, so essentially, Yashi, my relative, went into the woods to went into the woods to build us a camp. We went to the camp. When we got there, it turns out he has a nice little fire pit in the middle. There are many couple huts for each person, tailor-made by Yashi to them, which was kind. That being said, my hut was a little too familiar, so I didn't like it. I can't really recall all of the descriptions off the top of my head, so I'll just go on to the next bit. In the meantime, Yaji found some rabbits and was cooking them on the fire. Adze, not pleased with his hut's configuration, headed over to Yaji. Next to a meditating veteran who he didn't notice until he started speaking. Akko and Adze had a little talk about... Akko and I had a talk about his rage thing. He told me that he did not know what caused it, nor what got him out of it. You know, despite the fact that right afterwards he goes and talks to Naomi saying, hey, thanks for getting me out of the rage, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. He just doesn't trust me. I get it.
Either that or, you just need to enunciate your words better. Just saying.
Anyway, after that, everyone came out, we started eating rabbit. Everyone's having good time. Then we heard a little... Actually, no, we didn't hear a little rustle. Yashi got a little pin in his back of his head saying, hey, I don't know what's here. And then turns out, the fucking cold one came out, was looking in at us. We were like, oh, shit! And then Farah, she came out to see everything, and she looks very mad. And I did not like that, because I do remember I did tell her probably what happened to her family. So I went in after her while everyone was looking up at the cold one, seeing what was going on with it. While we were doing that, I was trying to calm Farah down because she was about to go out and shoot it with a firearm. I was not for that idea, so I had to talk her down, even though it was quite fear in my heart, terrifying, because I know what those things can do. But thankfully I was able to talk her down. Had a little talk, but didn't seem to go very well, and she told me basically to fuck off, which I did. Afterwards I went and told... Well, actually, though, that's all RP. That was outside of the thing. So I believe that's where we ended it.
So, all that pushed aside, we open up our session currently to the next day. The sun pierces through the clouds, and really, a pleasant morning is given. As everybody on their own accord begins to wake up, the camera moves and starts with in front of Akko's dwelling. Why don't you go ahead and describe how your morning goes?
Well, for that, first I'd need a description of what the inside of the hut
I gave
looks
that
like.
last session.
No, you didn't actually describe that.
No, I did.
Did you?
No.
He didn't actually. You didn't.
I know.
I just, yeah.
I'm just trying to get out of it. Alright, so you wake up from your bed in the corner of a room. It looks very small for what a person your size should be having compared to the last time you were in here. Next to you have your dresser where you've stored a few of your things, your bags on the side of it. And over on the far end of the room, there's a big circular area. But there's this particular tree. It's got a very fluffy top and 2 branches stuck out to the side. And there's just a large like wooden club next to it. And you get the feeling that it's supposed to be some kind of a dummy you're going to practice with, if you so choose to.
Wait, question before I go to the scribe. I'm pretty sure Kite was also supposed to be sleeping on the same hut. Where is she sleeping?
Everyone had their own house.
Alright.
If you guys had done that, then I don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. Anyhow.
Or did you wake up with her in your bed?
No. Alright. Please excuse the noise in the background, mind you. Unfortunately, I can't control that. So
you didn't invite her to your bed?
Not last I checked, at least. Anyhow. As morning rolls and everything, and the sounds of the morning already coming through, you know, people waking up, everything starting up. Anybody who was close will be able to hear already Akko apparently practicing with the dummy. It seems that he got up relatively early. He's just swinging away at the dummy for a bit of frustration in every swing, as it seems he's still not quite over what happened during the caravan's first part of the trek. Still, he's up bright and early.
So as the camera moves away from his dwelling, it follows until it eventually finds its way into Vedran's.
I also do not know what my room looks like, because it was never described. Description slave, onwards.
Yes, master.
Chop chop.
My lord awakens up inside his bed. Beside him, there's a very long particular bush. It's very soft. And a bunch of purple flowers adorned all around it, giving a very sweet, fragrant scent throughout the room. Beside the bed is a dresser where you've stored a few of your belongings and your bags next to it. And just in the middle of the room, there's a small little pool. It's about waist deep for you.
Okay. Well, Vedran would get up. He would do some stretches, just not loads, just enough to kind of wake up properly. Get his clothes sorted out, get his stuff sorted out, and he would head outside, see what else, see what's kind of going on, if anyone's up yet or not.
And with that, again it moves as it finds itself in Crystal's dwelling.
I also need a description.
You really should not have customized them all, Anthony.
Oh no, I wanted to. This is my choice. I'm gonna use the shit out of it.
It's completely fine.
So, for you also have a small room. You are in the center of a bed, which, all around it, a bunch of purple flowers around, giving not as much sweet as Vedran's, but it's there. And you'll see to the side of the room is it's a staircase that goes down.
Okay. Well then, Crystal wakes up. She's probably winced in pain a little bit, still feeling hurt from the whole Garnock thing. And she would look at the staircase, going down curiously. But then just decide to go outside and see if anyone's out there yet.
So as you head down the staircase, because you were in a 2-story room. Oh yeah, there's no door. It's a staircase.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
as you
yeah.
head down the staircase, you'll see there's a small little pathway that leads to a door. That leads to the outside. But most of this room is filled with just an entire pool of water. Upon the surface is a bunch of white flowers on top of leaves. And then in the very back corner, it's a small little waterfall. You can hear the gushing water.
She would smile at it, and it looked really pretty before heading outside and rejoining, see if anyone's awake.
And as the camera once again moves, it eventually finds its way in front of Yaji's place.
Alright, so some fun stuff. That place is empty. There is no one inside that building.
Yeah, that's what he meant. You asshole.
Sorry. Jeez. So Yaji will wake up as he's in his sleeping bag near the fire in the center of the place. He'll begin to check on the rations that we all quickly put away last night due to the commotion, make sure everything is still usable. And as he's doing that, he'll hear the faint smacking sounds as he'll go and investigate to what that is.
You just find Echo just hitting away with his own fists at the dummy.
And as you pause and look, the camera then finds itself now at Naomi's tent. Well, dwelling. As it moves inside to find.
I'm just grabbing this one again.
I guess you would, since it was outside of the stream.
All right. So, as Adze wakes up inside of a bed, it's to the back of the room, surrounded in a circle of trees. The room is entirely adorned with multiple types of flowers, various fragrances going throughout it. But because of the way he slept, none of his belongings are in here. Although beside him is a little dresser which has some belongings that don't belong to him. And then to the side of the room there's a little table and stand and a mirror to check yourself out.
Alright, well, Adze would open his eyes, look around, rub his head, and swivel a bit, look around, realize where he is, and then, oh, shit. He looks, do I see Naomi right there, or?
She is not there at the moment.
It's like, oh, shit. He quickly puts on his boots, about to go outside, but then checks himself, making sure everything's tip-top shape, that everything's covered, particularly with the right leg. He's gonna look in the mirror for a second. How bad does his hair look, Knight?
Well, because
Roll
you've
for
never
bad
done
hair.
it before, it looks pretty messy.
Just messes it up a little bit more, making sure that it's the right type of messed up, not bed hair messed up, and then walks out the door.
So with the transition of you walking out the door past the leaf curtain for Naomi's hut, The camera eventually hunts down Naomi. Where is she at?
She is over at the fire. Just lightly plucking on her harp.
And with that, as every key player is picked out, eventually, time passes, the camera moves back and follows along with Yaji as he goes towards Akko. Or, I believe you're heading Akko. You describe
It would be Akko's hut.
Right, because he is hearing the noise of him just beating the shit out of the freaking training goal.
As you'll hear a knock at the door.
Right. As soon as he hears the knock, Akko will stop and just look towards the door. At first, a bit startled, and then just ask, "Yeah."
Is everything all right in there?
Oh, Yazi, yeah, fine, just practicing. It's just looking back at the door, which, now that he takes a moment to actually look at what he's done, he just realizes, okay, I may have kind of broken this. Like, if it had an arm, the arm is like hanging from a thread by now.
And then as you look at it, you slowly see the arm slowly start repairing itself, getting back to what it used to be.
Just Akko will just look at that and just tilt his head. He'd go to the door, open it, goes to Toadias and just ask, "How did you do that?"
Do what?
The arm thing.
As he'll look over at what you're gesturing, it's like, it is not my doing. It is the forest. I've only given a thought of what this place should be, and it tries to accommodate it.
Just look back, just look to him again, just... Okay then. It's hard to wrap my mind around that.
He'll kind of smile, like, well, as long as you're happy. And he'll hand you a sticker rabbit.
Thank
should
you.
probably get ready. We don't have much longer for this place.
You're right. Yeah. I don't want to understate it, Yazi. I really appreciate the accommodations. It's way more than I've ever received from anybody. Thank you.
It is not a problem. I'm always here for you.
That I will nod and just get on to organizing his things to get on the move as quick as possible.
All right, Crystal.
My bad. Is there a fire still going, or is it out by now? Probably it's
Since
out.
everyone's been to sleep, it's out.
Okay. Well, she would probably go to where the fire was and just stand over to it and sit down and look over her wounds. I haven't been stabilized yet, right? I can still stabilize myself. I was just
Oh, it's a
healed
new
enough-
day, so.
So I can? Okay. She would look over at her wounds and just stabilize herself. So, I'll do that.
It's a D6 plus your bonuses. Or no, you have the thing that reduces the DC by 2, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
All right, well then it's a 2d6.
Alright. Right. Plus, wait, I'm supposed to add something.
plus
aren't I?
whatever technique bonuses and abilities you have.
Right. They add their level and kindred. Okay. So my level is 10. So I had 10. 17. Alright. After she does that, she would just kind of sigh and just look down at the ground, just kind of sadly, waiting for anyone else to show up if they do.
All right, Naomi.
Naomi is seated by the fire. She seems... There's no fire. I thought there was a fire.
There's
Oh,
a fireplace
Where the-
or
yeah,
fire
where the
pit,
fire
but
was.
there was no fire lit anymore.
Right. She just
Oh.
rubs at her eye a bit, feeling slightly sleepy from not having a good night's sleep, but continues to pluck at her harp.
Veteran.
Alright.
Oop, go ahead, Crystal.
Her and I are seated at the same place, so I was going to just say,
Then go ahead.
are you alright, Naomi?
Oh yeah, I'm okay.
You look really tired.
No, I'm good.
You not get enough sleep?
I promise, I'm completely fine.
Crystal will just look at her for a moment before shrugging. You say so. And just look back down at the ground. I assume you just go back to plucking at your harp.
Yeah, she does.
All right, so Veteran.
You were talking, you muted, Alfie. Alfie?
Oh no.
All right, so
Is he-
Adze.
Okay.
The Metro Police took him.
Strike is
Uh-huh.
assessment.
Okay. Well, Adze would make his way over to both Crystal and Naomi. Oh my gosh, Naomi, did you sleep out here all night?
No, I didn't sleep out here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I took your bed. I didn't mean to. Where did you sleep last night?
In the hut.
Oh, your hut, but there's no bed in there.
Well, there is a bed in there, but you were using it. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't. I mean, yeah. Are you? So you're doing okay?
She nods.
Are you sure?
Yep, I'm fine.
Just gonna do a sense motive just because.
A very good sense motive.
I know, right?
Best sense motive.
Yeah. Wait, actually,
No,
No,
she's
she's
not
at
trained
fails,
in
no
it, so
points.
yeah.
You know?
It almost passed. That's the
Yeah.
bad part.
So giving her a once over, it does seem like she's keeping something to herself.
Naomi, is there something you want to get off your chest? I mean, I remember last night, despite my passing out, you know, if I made you feel uncomfortable in any way, it's completely fine. We could just, you know, let it go, you know?
Naomi glances nervously at Crystal and then back at Adse. No, everything's fine.
Are you sure? You seem
She
you seem
nods
exhausted. You seem exhausted.
vigorously.
Are you a little on? Look, if it's all right with you, I would say it'd probably be best that you rest inside the caravan as it moves today, because I think you probably should have some more rest.
I'm okay, I'd say. I just had a weird dream is all.
He would squint his eyes at that. What happened in your dream?
I don't really remember. I just know it was weird.
Okay.
It's around this time, coming from Malin's tent, a very loud and boisterous "Good morning, everyone! Oh, I do hope you all slept well. Oh, that was heavenly."
Did you have a good night's sleep?
Matter of fact, they say as they strode over, giving stretches side to side, bringing their hand up and combing through their long platinum hair. It was divine. All the blessings to Albatross.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I assume we're gonna start leaving fairly soon, so guess I look to Yaji. Is there any wait,
Yashi's not over
Yashi
here.
Yaji's not here. Never mind. I look for Yaji around, like just scanning the area, because I believe Yaji can tell us whether we are gonna have any sort of breakfast today. Before we leave.
It doesn't take much to find him. You can see him standing in the doorway over at Akos.
I wave. Yaji, is there any are we gonna have any breakfast today, or was the rabbit just it last night?
Yaji will turn around. Say, I don't.
You don't what?
Why am I muted?
There you go. You're fine.
But we need to make sure Crystal and Farrah get some first. They didn't eat it all last night.
Yes, that's true.
And how much do I have left? Well, I don't know the ratio of people eating it.
One rabbit a person.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have one left. Which I will suspiciously split in my bag.
Go on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. As I'll walk up and hand Crystal a half a stick with rabbit on it.
She'll take it. Thank you, Yashi.
It's not a problem. And he'll give a look around for Farrah.
Farrah has not come out of her dwelling, and currently neither has Kite.
Is Farrah still upset about last night? As he'll look over to Adze.
I don't know. I'll check because I go over to her hut.
What happened last night?
He and her had a talk. apparently her motive was to kill the thing that showed up last night.
What thing?
The big chicken lizard thing.
She'll look at you. What? When did that show up?
You must have been asleep. It showed up last night. It made a roar and everything.
She'll look to Adze.
As is already walking.
Okay. She'll just look. Well, then she'll look back at Yaz. She should just be like, "What? Was everyone all right?"
Yeah, it couldn't come in. But as they said, she was very upset about it. And said she plans on killing it.
Well, she'll just nod. At least everyone's okay.
As long as we stay in here, you will be safe. However, we don't have much long to be safe.
How much longer do we have in this place?
I don't know. I'll look up at the sky. How much time do I assume has passed?
Giving yourself a once over and thinking about it, approximately less than 20 or 30 minutes left on the Oasis.
About 20 minutes.
Well, then we should.
Has it ever been talked about, the unit of time? Is that just universal here?
It's universal, yes.
Okay.
Well, then we should probably hurry and get moving then.
It's around this time the camera moves, and are you now here, Alfie?
Yo.
Okay. So, veteran.
Yeah. What?
What you doing?
Oh, well, I mean, you would have gone out, sat by the fire pit, the empty fire pit, and he would have just kind of listened into a bit of conversations. He would have been writing in his little book that he's got something.
No,
And that's pretty much it.
yeah, you just sit there and kind of stay silent, kind of mimicking Naomi's silentness, except hers seems to be more downtrodden, if anything. But if you don't involve anymore in how in the world did you open my door?
Again, the nephew.
How in the world did you
He's a
open my
big
door?
boy.
So little scamp.
It's learning.
So as the camera moves towards... Let's see, who hasn't been done yet?
Everyone has.
All right. I'd say
Everyone
you're
has.
moving to encounter Farah.
Yeah. It's gonna go well.
Oh,
Sounds like I'd say.
So you make your way to her.
Yeah. Because it's like a curtain, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't knock per se. I say, Farah, are you awake? You up?
She's also mute.
Right. But
Need you cool dog.
I mean,
You have a horrible habit.
I don't know if she could come out.
The flap of her doorway kind of cracks open. One eye looking out towards you.
And just smile and wave. Well, everyone's about to. They're getting ready to leave now. Take your time, though I don't know how long this oasis will last, though.
She would watch you, and after you finish that, the flap would close. And if you wait,
I do. Yeah.
she holds her arm out through the flap, holding onto the notebook that says, "I'll be ready within 5 minutes."
Alrighty. But just before I go, I'd like to. I thought on it, and I would like to apologize about some of the things I said last night. It wasn't within my right to assume I know what you're going through and such. I do think there is a way in which you can get the closure that you're seeking, but at that point in time, I felt it was not going to go in your favor in the least, so just want to just clear the air there.
She would bring her arm back in, and you give time to wait. She eventually holds the notebook back out. And all it says is simply, "Thank you," before she quickly brings her arm back in.
You're welcome. Alright, see you in a bit as I go back to the group.
So, you all seem to be converging at the empty fire pit at this moment in time. Currently, everyone has had eyes on or a conversation with everyone else, excluding Kite.
Is the client still there?
Yep.
Mulan?
She is, and seems to just be talking Crystal's ear off.
So, before, after getting all of his things, before actually going towards the center of the fireplace, Ak will take the time to go and check on Kite. Will they find her, her abode closed or open?
That depends on you, because this is another person that she can now describe, Anthony.
This one I actually have described. And to boil it down, it's exactly like Akko's.
Oh, sweet.
However, on the outside, it's a huge house.
Why is hers bigger than me? What? Okay.
Yeah,
never
as
mind.
you look back at your house, it's like, oh, it's also big.
I thought you said that it was small on the inside.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not that tall, am I? Anyhow, Akko will just, go and check on her, see how she's doing. If she's even up at the moment. I don't know if she is or isn't.
So you give a couple of raps on her door and don't get a response.
He'd ask, Kite, you in there? We've got to get ready to leave.
Go ahead and make a listen check.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I failed this one too.
Shut up.
You would hear groans and winces and pain or struggle. You can't be too sure.
He'd knock bit harder to try and get a reaction. Kite?
You still get no response.
Right. After hearing what seems to be groans, he'd try and open the door.
It's not locked.
Alright. Just open and walk in. Try and check on what's going on.
Immediately as you enter the room, the heavy stench of singeing flesh and the ever-present assault of heat like bombards against you as you enter in here. Looking towards Kite's, where she is, seems like she made a fire in here, and you caught her mid, currently wrapped in wrappings over her chest and still has her pants on. But other than that, the other topping's off, as she's bringing a hot iron to what looks like a open wound on her side. Meanwhile, having a spit in her mouth, biting onto it, and like sweat coming down her face as she's like gritting down and not really paying attention to you, like entering into the room.
Okay. Seeing that, I wouldn't immediately, scream what the hell's going on, obviously, because she's holding something very hot on her hand. He doesn't want her to just let that fly off or something. He would set his things down and just calmly ask, What's going on? You're right.
Yeah, as you say something up, like she turns around and spits the thing out of her mouth. Like, could have knocked.
I did. Several times. I even yelled.
Oh. Sorry. As you look her over, with her shirt off and looking at her now, it seems like she's cut herself and looked to be bleeding out of the area that surrounds a large, flat bruise that's over half her side.
He'd look at that, just slowly approach, just ask, I can go get Crystal. Are you sure you don't want me to go get her?
She grimaces. It's a waste of magic for something like this. I grew up knowing how to fix my own problems. It's fine.
Kite, you're in pain. Just looking down at the bruise, the thought in his head is inevitably like, how, but he just tries to get it all. He just tries to not dwell too much on the bruise itself. Just stay here, alright? I'll go get some help.
No, it's fine. I got this. I've been doing this longer than you think. And it's not even the worst, so...
You're stubborn to a fault, aren't you?
If I know what I'm talking about, it's better to be stubborn on something right than doing something else.
Can I at least help?
Can you even stomach it? She like raises her brow and gives you a playful look.
Oh. I've dealt with worse. You'd say, mirroring her own words.
She'd smile. It's like, alrighty then. Don't say I didn't warn you. And she would sit down and gesture you to heat back up the iron that you took from her. She puts her bite back in her mouth and like gives you a nod. As you hold on to it, you quickly bring the hot metal to her currently open flesh as it singes it, and she like grits down on it and groans as the camera like moves out of that scene at that point. As we come back to the rest of the group at the still out fire pit. Adze making his way back to the group.
Okay, Yaji, how long do we have in this oasis?
He'll look back up. About 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. People can't wait. So is it fine if I just shout out to the rest of the camp that we only have 10 minutes left, so I don't have to keep walking around?
You can do what you want.
Okay. Just everyone know that we have only 10 minutes left in this, so just, take your time, but also you have 10 minutes. What happens when the time runs out? Does everything just fade away? He's asking Yashi this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes back to the way it was.
All right.
Naomi will get up to go get her things together.
Vedan's already got his stuff, but he would go see if the what would you call it? Like the caravans are packed up yet, and if they're not, he would help out where he can.
I would actually like to check up on Sharptooth and how he's fixing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have a terrible feeling about this.
So, entering Mr. Sharptooth's dwelling.
I would knock on it first.
Knocking on Mr. Sharptooth's dwelling. You'd quickly get surprised as, within a short period of time, the door immediately, swings open. Yes? What? 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 No! Closes the door.
We're going to be leaving in a few minutes. You need to get ready.
But why? I like my home.
I'll make it again when we go back to bed.
How make again? Don't be stupid, Humi. If we leave, stay here.
No, I take it with me.
He opens the door. What you mean you take with?
I'd take it with me. Have I lied to you before?
He thinks. He thinks really hard.
He takes damage.
No.
Then trust me.
The Crux would then eye you one final time. Before, scratching his rabbit pelt underwear that you gave him the other night. And eventually, shrugs. Fine. Me get ready.
Thank you.
As he slams the door again.
Oh, he'll give a little smile. He's starting to become his own individual again. As he'll look around, he'll probably notice Vedran going to the caravan, getting that ready. As he'll go check up on the Gardox, make sure it's harnessed and correct to the best of his ability.
Very good, very good. So, as you guys check on the caravan and Garnox, everything here seems to be in ship-shape order. Probably Kite did it before she went to bed last night. So everything's prepared to go once everybody's ready to go. The Garnox is awake and as imposing as ever. Its 6 legs currently have dug small troughs next to it, so it's kind of like laying down in the ground itself. And its large horn is just like digging up the ground in front of it. Probably a nervous tick or something that it likes to do, you're not too sure. But it's
like the way it's in there, is it like it just stuck itself in the ground? Like
Yeah.
a post? Okay.
So as it's just laying in there, it raises its large head and notices all of you, or I guess the 2 of you, making its approach as it walks out of the small ditch that it made for itself and shakes off the dirt and kind of just stands there, large and imposing.
I'll go up and rub its horn, greetings, like, hello.
It allows you to touch it, but like moves with like the angle of you trying to pet its horn, so it doesn't let you pet it, just lets you touch it, and like it turns its head away from it. But Veteran, you're here as well.
Yeah, I'm not really paying much attention to the animal though. I'm just making sure like the cart's all good, and like once I'm assured that it is, I'd basically lean up against it in a position where I would be walking alongside it.
Do you say anything to it?
To who?
I'm talking to Yashi.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll try and make a little small talk. Alright. Everything look good over there?
Yeah, everything's already been set up. Anything we need is just to make sure everyone's up, got all their stuff, and we can leave. Probably want to leave before this thing of yours wears off, right? So imagine if it does that, this might get stuck in the forest, and that's not something I'd exactly want.
It'd probably be for the best. How did you like your tent or house?
It was nice. I mean, good as any room can be. Well, am I lonesome? It was interesting, I suppose.
I don't know you too much, so I didn't have much to work on.
Don't worry about it. Slept in worse. I mean, no offense or anything, but I've also slept in better. But I suppose that's just how it is. Just spend most of your life in living in manors and high society. But no, it was good. It's good.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
It's around this time you hear the trilling sound of your friend and the low guttural growls of the Garnox going back and forth as the Garnox is trying to swat at the flying light with its horn.
You should probably call her back. I don't want him getting angry again.
Alfie's still there.
Yeah.
Your light friend is going around annoying the Garnox, and the Garnox is trying to swat it with its horn.
Yeah. Let me deal with that. You'd like walk over in that direction. Like eye what's going on.